Greetings everybody, welcome to my still life presentation here. I'm doing a sketch. It's actually a sketch after the painting was done, but it still serves the purpose that I wanted to illustrate here of designing a painting. So if you come around here behind me, I'll show you what I'm doing here. My purpose of doing sketches is not so much getting detail, but arriving at a compositional arrangement and flow, and getting the intervals and distribution of shape. And then once that's established, then I'll start to indicate value and tone, which is what I'm doing here now, just sort of suggesting the breakdown of light and dark and value. The light here now in the still life is a lot different than it was when I started. I had this beautiful light streaming in from the window late afternoon on an autumn day. And another interesting part of this is the fact that the sunflowers are all wilted, which kind of underscores and augments the concept of still life, which is to bring out the impermanence, fragility, and sort of brevity of life. A good word that describes it is the temporality of life, and that's the way that the Dutch artists of the golden era, the 17th century, that's the way they conceived of their paintings, sort of a moral, imparting a lesson to, I think the word is didactic, teaching and instructing. So the wilted sunflowers kind of underscores that here, and the fact that I could do a whole nother still life with the wilted sunflowers. Okay, but what I wanted to point out here is my interest in composing and positioning, and you'll notice here that I put an X on the page to indicate where the eye level is. This is the eye level going across here. It's right about coincident with the gold frame there, but this is the vanishing point that you can't see them, but the floorboards would be the orthogonals, but the tablecloth sort of roughly goes toward that. It could be a little bit askew, but also there's a frame over here, and that would be leading towards it. And then there's the window outside here, and I'll show you the finished painting here in a minute. And it has a painting within a painting, this plein air painting that I did over Watkins Glen several years ago. And it's the whole theme of this is autumn theme and sunlight with the sunflowers. And it has a painting here with a sunset, and then there's sunlight coming in, and Dante also figures. That's the title of the painting. There's a little bust of Dante here, and I invented a prism here, a crystal here, to underscore Dante's interest in light and in prisms. He had a fascination with the light passing through a translucent material like glass. And my initial idea was to have a series of dappled lights from the refracted sunlight coming through there, but I decided not to do that. And I grew these sunflowers and the pumpkins, so they're things from my garden. And then the metronome here, I've been including that in a number of paintings to underscore the intervals. It's a measurement of time, and intervals are measurements, and it's the musical aspect of it. One other thing I wanted to mention was the table here. It's what we call an ellipse. If you take a circle, you have a circle, and then you look at it from an angle, it becomes an elliptical shape, and that's actually a perspective issue. And it's kind of a challenging one to draw because they're quite demanding and require a fair amount of drawing skill to get them correct. So that's I'm conceiving of it here. Oh, the intervals, these vertical intervals are all part of the theme here, these divisions of space. So these are the main vertical divisions, and then horizontal divisions. This is one of the main horizontal divisions here. Okay, so now we're going to go over to the painting. Our dog Gracie here. Okay, so this is the finished painting here. I did it last month, and it's a, I think it's a 30 by 36 oil. And it's on a piece of linen. Linen is the most durable material for painting, other than a panel. A panel would be more durable, but that's what I usually paint on, is linen. But as you can see, it's the light is the main element here. This light coming in through the window, the sunlight, and illuminating the objects here, and the sunflowers, and then underscored by the autumnal painting within a painting there of all underscoring sunlight. And then this painting that's off the cropped here is a painting of my teacher, Tom Wise. I can show it to you a little later, but I've included that in a number of my paintings too. So I have me, the student, and my teacher from the York Academy of Arts, Tom Wise, who gave me that painting last year, or yeah, I guess it was last fall that he gave me that painting. One thing about this window that I did was I did a glaze on it. In other words, I wanted it to recede into space. So it's another teacher from the Academy, William Faulkner, called it a half paste. So you take your glazing material. In this instance, it was liquid, but in art school we used a Merger medium, and you suspend a little bit of pigment in it and put a glaze on it to diminish the value and to get it to go back into space. So I'll finish with this view over here of my painting, and this painting of my teacher's, Tom Wise's painting there. So that's what you're looking at, his oil painting of a Pennsylvania landscape on a misty day. So it's kind of like the opposite of sunny day and rainy day. Okay, so thanks so much for your attention on this still life presentation. And if you wanted to go into this into more depth, be sure to look at my essay. I wrote a long, in-depth essay, and it's on the North Star website under my blog. So be sure to check out my essay where I expound and extrapolate on the still life theme. So thanks so much.